So, Team STG, welcome to 2K and Chill, a series where we talk, we laugh, and we inspire, all over a game of NBA 2K. In today's episode, the first episode of this series, we have Dullah on. Dullah is somebody who's literally blowing up on YouTube. He just hit 200k subscribers, and 10 years ago, he actually used to make thumbnails for me back in the day. It's a really, really powerful episode. We talk about his early beginnings, how he grew on YouTube, the hardships he faced, and a lot more, all over a fun game of 2K. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this series. Let's get straight to it. And without further ado, we have the one and only Doula on 2K and Chill. How are you doing, my man?
What's up, man? How you doing, Sub?
Bro, I'm doing so well, man. I'm just so before we even get to the gameplay, bro, I just wanted to say how proud I am for you for hitting 200,000 subscribers, bro. How does that feel, man?
Man, thank you. First of all, thank you. It feels great. I'm just trying to get like you, bro. So it's
I'm
dope.
about to
It's a
pass you,
blessing.
my
It's a
man.
blessing.
Dude, you got next, bro. I've been following you behind the scenes. We're gonna kind of get back into the past with this episode, but so proud of you. And then number two, man, just wanted to thank you so much for being down to be on episode 1 of 2K and Chill, man. It really, really means a lot, and it's just a cool way to give back to the community. And gotta start with an OG like you, my man.
It's an honor, man. It's an honor that I'm the first guest, man. It really is, and it'll make more sense why in our conversation. Like
That's
full
awesome.
circle, yeah.
Cool. So we had a little technical difficulties, but what we did beforehand for everyone watching is we already went ahead and pre-selected the teams. Basically, the format of how we're going to do this moving forward is we're just going to pick random teams. We did best out of 3, and my man Doula got hit with the Dallas Mavericks, so that team was going to be lit, and I got, the Denver Nuggets, which isn't bad. So I think we're excited. 6 minutes, a quarter, superstar. Let's get straight to it, my man. Let's have a good convo, man.
Let's get it.
Awesome, bro. So, I want to have this conversation now as we play, and I just kind of want to get started by saying, like, for people who may not know, right? Like, who is Doula and what got you started into making content?
Man, well, the short answer is you. You got me started making content, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm Dullah. I'm a 2K YouTuber. Right now, I mainly focus on my career and my NBA simulation videos. That's kind of been my bread and butter the last few years. But man, I've been making content since a kid. Like, bro, I used to make NBA Live content. You remember that game,
Back
NBA Live?
in the day, yeah.
That was my first game. Like, I started as a kid, like 12, 13 years old, just kind of watching everyone. So I've seen everyone's come up. I've seen, Flight and Cash. I've seen before they even had like 500 subscribers, I was watching them.
Wow.
And, watching people like you, Chris Smooth, watching everyone. And then I was like, you know what? Let me get into starting making content myself.
Yeah.
And man, it was really, you were the reason why though. Like,
Really?
my dad would see me playing my team 2K as a kid.
Yeah.
All the time, and on the iPad I had your videos on.
No
I would
way.
always have, you know Team Heart, right?
Yeah,
You remember
man.
Team Heart?
Of course.
Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, Iggy.
Wesley Matthews layups, all that
Oh.
stuff, man. Like, that was like green, by the way, but that was, I mean, bro, because on top of that, you were the only brown person I saw doing it, right, in
Yeah.
the community. So I related to you on that aspect as well. So I'm like, oh, I see someone brown as well killing it. Like, that's my inspiration, right? So then, yeah, I'm yapping now, but
Bro,
yeah,
you're killing
that's
it
just
here,
a start.
man. Wow, bro, that is so humbling, man. Dude, that is the coolest thing. And you mentioned Team Heart, bro. Like, I recently just started some basketball league, and they made me a captain. So I literally named my team Team Heart, bro. Like, just
Really?
for the OG vibes, man. But
That's what's up, man.
that's so cool, bro. So, before you started like blowing up, I remember going through our DMs, bro, and like you literally were like messaging me, and you were probably so young at the time too. And
Yeah.
you were making me thumbnails, bro. So talk to me a little bit about that. So you did you start making thumbnails before you made content, or did you do, thumbnails for other creators? But that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so like now I'm 23 years old, right? I'm
Yeah,
23 now.
Jordan
So
year.
at that time, I was probably like 15, 16, I imagine. And as I began my YouTube journey, I basically learned everything from scratch. So how
Yeah.
to edit, make thumbnails, everything. And I would obsess over things. So I would take a period of time and just obsess over Photoshop. Like, that was my thing for a year. And making graphics for people in the community. That was my thing. So yeah, I mean, obviously I got to meet and make a lot of cool connections through that. Juice Man, right?
Yeah, of course.
Used to be Body Bag 513.
Yeah, man, Juice.
Yeah. So I made thumbnails for him. I made thumbnails for you, and that was kind of like my way of kind of getting in to talk to you guys, right? Because I'm a kid, and I'm like,
Yeah.
these people are killing it. So yeah, I mean, I remember, and on top of the thumbnails, man, you had STG Media. You had a community channel, right? You had a
Yeah.
community channel where you would highlight other creators up and coming, which I thought was so dope. So like, yeah, you always did a lot for the community, which is, I mean,
No, I
it's
appreciate
awesome.
it, bro, and it's so crazy too because like community's always been something like so important to me, and like even with STG Media, and people like have no idea what that is, but it was like a little YouTube network at the time. Jester was actually a part of that too, man, and
Yeah.
he's like blowing up like crazy. But like I'm at a point now where I watch Jester with my kid. I got kids now, so it's so crazy, man. Going full circle, but cool, man. So you used to watch a lot of these creators. You were obviously really competitive, and you said, you know what, I think I can kind of do this myself. You started making thumbnails, and that's just for those watching, before we kind of get to your growth, there are so many people that I see now who used to make my thumbnails and just make thumbnails in general, bro. And I see where they're at now. You being one of them. Like I see people working for sports teams. I see people working for companies like Adobe, and like I give talks to people and I'm like, bro, just be hungry, and you have no idea. People who were 10, 12, 13 years old back then making it are doing big things just by getting out there. So you're a testament to that, bro. I appreciate you, my man.
Man, thank you. Yeah, like, so my main goal when I started all this content stuff was it was my dad telling me I had to be productive because I was spending all this time playing the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, you remember, so 2K13, my team, to give context, there was a grind to get to tier 1, and tier 1 you get this Michael Jordan card.
Yeah.
So that was all I cared about all summer, going into middle school. That's all I cared about. Like, I had no social skills, nothing. I would just play the game like a loser,
Yeah.
nonstop. And my parents were like, yeah, you gotta be productive. So I was like, cool, let me start making content, right?
Yeah.
And I remember going into the Best Buy, buying the HD PVR with my Eid money,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. I was in the parking lot after I got it, and I told my dad, here's my goal. I want to make it to Community Day. I want to get invited by 2K because I saw you, Shake and Bake, Chris Smooth.
Yeah.
I saw you guys go to Community Day and vlog it and post it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do that, right? And that was my goal. But then, as I got the new consoles came out, so it was Xbox One, right? Xbox One, PS4.
PS4, yeah.
My dad, they're vacuuming outside. My bad if it volume
No,
is
you're
there,
good.
if
You're
you hear
good,
it.
bro.
But my dad, I'm going to buy 2K14 for the Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
At Best Buy. My dad's like, hold on, everyone's gonna be doing 2K content. Why don't you do NBA Live instead? I was like, you know what? I listened to my dad, but that game was horrible, right? There was
Yeah.
no community, there was no audience, no one was posting NBA Live, but Flight was doing it. And, Flight at that time was someone I looked up to
Yeah.
as a kid.
Yeah.
And he, now he's killing it, obviously, but he
course.
he came off NBA Live. So then my goal shifted. So I want to be in an NBA Live community day. I want to get invited by EA and,
Yeah.
and do that event. I thought that was just so cool. So yeah, then I, off and on making content, was never consistent with it, but that was my goal. And it was super dope because when I was 16, EA finally invited me down
Wow, I didn't
to,
even know
to
that.
their studios. Yeah, so they told me I was the youngest. It was called Game Changer. That was their program.
Oh yeah, game changer.
Yeah. So they were like, you're the youngest game changer. And like in high school, I felt like the man. I was like, let's go. So that's that's just,
The
before all
prelude.
this, that's where I was,
Wow, dude, that is awesome, bro. And just a disclaimer, bro. This is my second game of playing 2K, by the way. Man, that's like, I picked the dude who's blowing up playing 2K, knows his stuff. I'm
Bro,
like, man,
I've been just no life in this game.
No,
this
I
week,
love it,
man.
bro. I'm like, man, this is props to you, bro. So for those watching, man, excuse me, but my goal is each episode to get a little bit better. But anyways, bro, kind of, it's so cool to see how fast you're growing right now, because like 200K, and you were just in the 190s just a couple days ago. It kind of reminds
Yeah.
me with you mentioned 2K14, and like I remember I started my career series back then, and it started blowing up, and that's like when I hit the 200K subscriber mark. So it's just so cool to see you kind of just blowing up with my career right now. And
Yeah.
but before we even got to 200K, you still got to get to 5K, 10K, 100K. So at what point did you start to realize, yo, my channel's starting to kick off, and like, hey, I got a shot at really being big here?
Man, my story on YouTube is probably one of the more stranger ones. 200K sounds cool right now, but in my opinion, I should have way more, and the reason I don't is because of my own doing. So like I said, I had this NBA Live channel. That was I had a channel before this one. I got it up to 25,000, right? So from
Yeah.
all middle school, first couple years of high school, I was never super consistent, but that was my thing, right? I would make NBA Live videos.
Yeah.
And then I just realized live was literally not going to ever have an audience, and I'm just like putting all this time to something that isn't really getting a good result. Now, the mistake I made was I said, I'm going to start from scratch and make a 2K channel. I deleted junior year of high school. I deleted this channel with 25K, one of my worst decisions of all time, for no reason, man. I didn't have to. I don't know why I did it.
Yeah.
I was just very irrational. Deleted this channel. I said, I'm going to start from scratch and build a 2K channel, right? So I did that. Oh, wow. Oh, nice.
Crazy.
So I built this NBA 2K channel on my career and like doing modded content. That was my thing.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to my senior year of high school, and I built a channel 5K, 10K. In that senior year of high school, midway through is time to start looking at colleges, right? So I'm looking to apply for colleges, and it's December. I get an email, and it's for a sponsorship. It was a fake sponsorship.
Yeah.
It ended up being a virus where I clicked on this link, and now this person, I built this channel to like 15K at the time, right? So on this new channel in a year, about 15K, and I clicked on this link, and they hacked my PC. This is like during Christmas time, so like in late December. They hacked my PC, they hacked my YouTube channel, and now this new channel I built up to 15K, I lost it. I have no access to it, gone.
2 channels.
Yeah, so now I'm like, dang, like at that point, man, it would make sense to just quit and just give up, right?
Yeah.
I'm very delusional, and I was like, no, I had this very delusional belief that I'm gonna make it work eventually. Like, if it's not now, if it's not tomorrow, eventually it'll work. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna make another channel, Madden channel. So now it's my senior year. It's COVID time hits, right? And I'm trying to make some money, and I get introduced to this thing called Faceless YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was editing for people that ran these big channels, and I would like edit for them, and I would make some of the videos for a fraction of how much they were making. These channels, some of these channels are making hundreds of thousands a month, and I'm, getting paid $40 to make videos for them. But I'm like, okay, there's a whole different side to YouTube.
Yeah.
So then I end up getting my main 2K channel back the next year, and I had to start from scratch essentially on a dead channel. And we built it up doing my career. We did modded content, and yeah, I think it's enough of me now.
No, that's crazy, bro. So was there like a video on this third channel now is that what it is, by the way? Now is this the Dullah channel?
It's the second channel, but came back from being hacked.
Cool.
Yeah.
So was there like a video that kind of sparked the growth that was like, whoa, we're back, that you kind of recall?
Yeah, it was this My Career series. It was a modded My Career series where I would start in high school. So it was like I was on PC, and 2K doesn't have like a whole high school mode.
Yeah.
But I would play high school basketball and make a whole storyline with it, and use like real life clips in it, and make
so
it
cool,
GTA. Make it like a cool story that people like. And
Yeah.
that was kind of the thing that got me back in the algorithm and audience.
That's awesome, bro. And man, have some mercy
Yeah.
on me here, bro.
My bad, man.
No, you good, bro. You good, man. You know what? You gotta take the losses, man, because I'm competitive here. So, this is like a humble awakening. I play my kid in 2K, and I beat him just like this. So I'm the kid today, bro. But I'm gonna learn and start watching some tutorials now, bro. I used to make the tutorials. Now I'm gonna start watching them.
That's right.
But
That's right.
kind of going along, right? So now you're growing. Talk to me a little bit about like your growth. Like you hit your like some milestone that you remember, like whether it's 10K. Man, this dude's missing dunks too, man. 10K, 20K, 30K, 100K. Like talk to me about some of those milestones that you hit.
Man, so all right, now we're in college, right?
Yeah.
We're in college, and I got this channel back, and it's during COVID, so it's remote. Most of my classes are remote, so I can still kind of do YouTube and spend a good amount of time on it. And yeah, so I got blessed where I can start making videos out of a family friend's office building, right? Because I can't record all day in my house.
Yeah.
My dad works from home. This is during COVID. My sister's in school. She has class. I can't be loud in the house all day. So I was like, let me find an office space that I could record at. Mind you, I'm not really making that much money. So it's like, this is, putting all my money to find an office.
Yeah.
I had a family friend that just so happened to own an office building next to my house. And
Wow.
and he had all this space, and he had a one room that I can just have my setup in and record. That right there is why I'm here. That right there, without that, there's no Doula. 100%.
Unreal,
That was
bro.
the biggest blessing of all time, and I owe him everything. So I had this entire space now I can record content, and that's where I started going daily, right? And in 2023, I was uploading every single day. That was the growth from 30K all the way to 100K
Wow.
in that year.
You really
So
started grinding.
I was like, I had this amazing opportunity. I didn't mess around. I wasn't stupid. I was like, no,
Yeah.
no, no. I know I'm gonna graduate in a couple of years. I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to do YouTube. So let me just go all in on this, and that's what I did.
Wow. So would you say are you YouTube full time right now?
Yeah. 2K isn't my only channel. I have a few
Sure.
channels now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
So
so
to tie
cool.
back into that, when I was hacked and I said I looked into the faceless stuff, I was
Yeah.
editing. Now I actually run a couple of those channels, so like it kind of all comes full circle.
That's
Alhamdulillah,
so crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the coolest thing. And it's so crazy, bro, that you mentioned like you had someone who kind of took a chance on you, right? And he
Yeah.
gave you like that space. That really reminds me similar to me because after I finished, I had a job and I was around your age, maybe 23. And I kind of took that leap and used to make thumbnails for me back in the day, like during that phase. But I was like, you know what? I just can't do corporate. Like I just got to kind of do my own thing right now. And some dude that I knew had a printing store, and he was like, you know what, take half my office, like just take it, it's not even being used. And I literally moved in there and for free, and I got to work there. And like, you don't forget those things, like you don't forget the people who kind of had your back moving forward. So that is the coolest story ever, bro.
And a lot of people could be like, oh, well, that's very lucky. But sometimes it is lucky, but sometimes you can make your luck. If I didn't care to look around and actually put in that effort, that opportunity wouldn't have arisen. So I always say, like, you have to still put in that work to find opportunities to be lucky.
Absolutely, bro.
Because nothing's just gonna be handed to you.
You got to be, man. It goes back to even like saying like the whole thumbnail thing in the beginning. Like you went out of your way. And like another cool tip that I've seen that you did, just looking back at those those messages, you followed up, bro. You were persistent. Yeah, people get busy in life, man, and just following up and respecting that. People appreciate that, bro. So that was a huge. Oh, thank God he missed that. That was huge, bro. Now, I really wanted to spend some time on this. Talk to me about Community Day, bro, because you said you used to watch us go there 4 times, my man. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Alhamdulillah, man. Yeah, by the way, alhamdulillah for the non-Muslims means like, praise be to Allah. It's a blessing.
Absolutely.
So basically, yeah, you guys were my inspiration. And then I did it with NBA Live as a kid, and I was like, that's so dope. But now it's like, let's be real, bro. 2K is the big league, right? So, Stacks Montana. Everyone knows Stacks Montana.
100%.
Another person in my life that, like, for them, it could be something small, right? Not a big deal to them.
Yeah.
But, like, for someone like me, means the world, right? What he did was, basically, it's 2022, and it's 2K23 is about to launch. And Community Day came back. During COVID, they didn't have it for a couple of years.
Sure.
Community Day comes back, they send out invites. I didn't get an initial invite. And it's like a week and a half before the event, Stacks DMs me. He's like, yo, I got an opportunity for you to sign this NDA. And he showed it to me, and it's an invite to Community Day. He hand-selected me. He had a couple extra invites to get, and he chose me to go there. Wow. Which was like, that was my first Community Day, and that set up the foundation of me being here. Because what happened was, now I have access to this early content. I have momentum on YouTube. They also gave me the game a day early, and I posted my career. So 2K23, my career. And I was like, that 2 years was the most insane grind of my life. Like, so locked in. I was posting episodes before Chris Smooth was posting them. That's what helped me blow up initially.
Yeah. Wow, man. And then talk to me about getting in. At that point, you built a relationship with 2K, right? Because then it's been what, 4 years? Is that right?
It's been 4 years, man. Evan too. Let not forget about Evan. Evan is, man, he's the man. Like, everyone in 2K right now knows who Evan is. He's the man for the community. Like, there's a lot. Even that summer before 2K23. I went to Vegas with Dominus. You remember Dominus?
Yeah.
The modding 2K content? He's like my best friend, So me and him, we went to Vegas, and there was a 2K event that we were able to get into. So that's like where I met Evan and, met some cool people.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting that invite to Community Day changed everything. Like, it really set the foundation of me having an audience and a relationship with 2K, it was great.
That's awesome, bro. And so as we close with Community Day, what was like your favorite Community Day moment? Would you say? Do you have like a specific one that comes to mind that like you still get goosebumps from today?
I think this year's Community Day was the best one. I think the reason why is because this year I got the opportunity to get scanned in the game, which
Dude.
is absolutely insane. Like that still doesn't make sense to me. Like I'm obviously a nobody, so I have no business being in the game. So the fact that they like gave me the opportunity to get scanned, go in the actual truck and do the whole thing is just amazing, man.
That is
It's crazy.
so, dude. What did that feel like, bro? Like you always see, like like back in the day, you would see mocap things of like NBA players, but how did it feel as just a dude who, came from here, had a channel loss, all that type of stuff, to now getting scanned into a game, bro? Like, walk me through
It
that.
it was so I didn't know it was happening until I woke up the morning of Community Day and
Yeah,
Evan had texted me saying that like, are you interested in doing it?
yeah,
And it's like 3 a.m. and I saw that he texted like at 11 p.m. and like the event starts at 10 a.m. So now I can't fall asleep because I'm
yeah.
like, yo, this is insane. Like I literally I still can't believe it. But like
So
there's
cool.
millions of people that play this game. There's so many people that make content. So it's honestly like I don't take it for granted to be
Of
one of the people
course.
to have an opportunity like this. It's doesn't I don't deserve it, but I'm very grateful for it.
That is awesome, bro. And it reminds me a lot of the time where I got invited, with Nick, QJB, iPod, to be on 2K15, like the commercial with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Like when I got the call, number one, I'm like, I'm down, but I thought I was just gonna be like in the sidelines, just kind of like the dudes like just cheering Kevin Durant on. And
Yeah.
then as I get there, they're like putting like makeup on me and wardrobe. I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, dude, you're in the commercial. And like it was just the craziest, most surreal thing. But dude, that is awesome, man. Well,
That commercial is insane, by the way. That's like the first time a game really incorporated content creators into the rollout like that. I mean, that's insane. You're in the game.
dude, that was crazy. I mean, 2K's always been like, so visionary and things like that. So that was obviously 2K15 has a special place in my heart, man. And obviously, I've always, even till now, bro, even though I haven't been posting a lot, I've always kept good ties. And that's like a huge lesson that I've learned just in business and life. Just keep good relationships, man. I still talk with, some of the people behind the scenes. And it's just, so cool to see 2K, flourishing. But with 1 quarter left, bro, as I'm still getting wrecked, I wanted to kind of just ask you, like, a lot of people are going to be watching this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're going to be saying, yo, this is inspiring. I want to do this. I want to be a creator. So, what advice do you have for someone who kind of wants to get in this grind and be a creator, whether it's gaming, faceless, or just getting out there?
I would say I think it works best if you're yourself. Like I don't ever put on a front for the camera.
Yeah.
When I started blowing up, posting daily, when you go daily, when you're consistent in general, it's very tough to fake who you are.
Yeah.
So the way I am on camera is like the same way, if someone meets me in person, the same way with them, right? I'm the same way off camera. I'm always just gonna be myself, and I'm not perfect, right? I'm weird. I make mistakes and all that, but just the authenticity. I think being yourself is the number one thing because, I mean, if they're subscribing to you, you got to be you. You can't pretend to be someone you're not. Like, you have to be yourself. You have to enjoy what you're doing if you want to be sustainable in this. You have to enjoy it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. And like regarding like and I know you talked about it, but I think it's so important just to kind of shed light as well because you talked about your struggles, but just talk
Oh
to
yeah.
me about how important it is to go through struggles as a creator and just in this because some people think, yo, they're gonna if they go through one hardship, it's done. But like you've gone through it, so just talk a little bit more about like, yo, this is part of the formula, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. If there's anyone that knows, man, like I said, I've been doing this forever, so I've definitely gone through my fair share of struggles. To this day, right? To this day, when there's the ups and downs with content, it's never just fully up. It's never fully down either. There's ups and downs, so you gotta just not get too high on the highs, too low on the lows. Um, and I would say for me personally, a lot of the times when a struggle happens
Yeah.
is right before something really good happens. A lot of the times, like a new door opens. Um, like not to get all religion about it, but it's kind of like God's way of just putting you in the right place that maybe you wouldn't have discovered yourself if you didn't go through that struggle.
100%, bro. I
Is the
mean,
way I look at it.
100%,
You
bro. I
know?
mean, there's a saying with hardship comes ease, right? It's a verse. And,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
share this with a lot of people, and it's so true, man. Like, and it's not after the hardship, it's with it, and you may not see it
With
in the
it.
moment, but like it's all there, bro. So That is awesome, bro. And I wanted to ask like one more question regarding like creator life, right? Because some people, when you really think about it, maybe they're all in different phases of life, right? Like let me get a 3 for once, bro. Finally.
Okay.
Finally, man. All right, single digits. So it's all coming back, bro. But anyways, like people are in different phases of life, right? Like maybe they're working, they're married, they have kids, or maybe they're in school, like they're busy. So kind of talk to me a little bit about like managing like time, like managing your time so you can still like, because you were at school at some point, you were still making content. What advice do you have to kind of manage your time so you can still kind of make content and get out there and still do what you have to do outside of that?
Yeah, that was my biggest weakness in high school when I was creating content. I was never
Yeah.
consistent. And then college, it's like you either want it or you don't. It's not, you can make excuses for yourself. That's cool, but then also be okay with the result being the result. So I looked at it as in college, no matter what, I don't care. I'm gonna make time for this content. And that means you put other things aside, right? Maybe you don't hang out with your friends as much. Maybe you don't get to do this cool thing or that cool thing. For example, the 2K23 community day invite that I got last second from Stacks.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on a family trip, like on a cruise.
Wow.
And I told my parents before this, subhanAllah, like, I mean, before this cruise, I said, I'm good, I don't want to go. Like, I need to focus on content stuff.
You can't miss out on this. Yeah.
Well, this is before I even knew I had the invite from Stacks, I'm saying. So I was just so in that mode of grinding and locked in with work that I turned down amazing vacations with my family. And if I went to that vacation, I wouldn't have been able to go to that community day that Stack sent me the invite to that I didn't even know I was gonna get.
Wow.
So like I couldn't even predict. Like that's like God's plan. It's
Dude,
insane.
that is crazy.
Right?
So you didn't even know that. You said you're locking in, and now you get that invite.
And I'm telling you, like, it's if you want something bad enough, man, like things will work out the way it should.
100%.
It's all in God's plan. That's how I look at everything.
Pray it, think it, and work it into existence, man. That's like the formula, man.
And now, after I graduated last year, I moved down to Texas from Michigan, and just kind of on this journey by myself. And now with my time, it's 3 things, man. It's work, gym, and prayer. That's the only thing,
I love it.
That's
I love it.
all I do. Mosque, record content, go to the gym on repeat, and that's all I need right now.
That's so cool, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. That is inspiring, and I hope people who are listening to this, like I myself am getting, like this series alone is just getting me so happy, man, because just getting to hear these stories and seeing like ambition like this, it just fuels me, bro. So as we kind of conclude with just a couple minutes left, I just want to talk just a little bit about 2K, right? Because we talked about your journey, but I'm sure a lot of people were playing 2K, man. I got it to 9 points.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I can't help you.
My man's like, I'm gonna start playing for real now. All right, I'll take it. I got it single digits for some point, but regarding 2K, like this is just some fun questions that I had. Like, what's your favorite 2K of all time?
Man, 2K13.
Wow.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
2K13 because that's where it all started, man. That's my career in that mode was amazing. Like I said, I was doing NBA Live content, so I didn't really play the peak 2Ks. I missed out on 16, 17, 15, right? I didn't play those heavy, which sucks. But yeah, 2K13. I really like 2K11 as well. Yeah. But the My Team auction house in 2K13, that was the first year of My Team. Dude, it was amazing.
Changed the game. Right? I mean, that's where we all started, right? Like Shake, myself, like all these OGs. Like we started with 2K13 My Team, so that's awesome, bro. And then what about like additions to the game? Like of all the 2Ks you've played, like if there's something you wish you can add, and 2K's come a long way, right? Like crossplay, all this type of stuff. Oh snap! If there was something you can add to the game, like what would that be?
Very simple, and I'll say this until they do it, is, in the My Career storyline, there's, in My NBA, there's a thing called My NBA Eras, where you can choose which era you want to start in. If there was different storylines for each era you want to start in, like a My Career storyline for the Jordan era, and then you play that, and then you do it for the Kobe era, for all of them. Yeah. That would bring a lot more longevity to the game, different storylines, cutscenes. I think it would be really cool to play with Jordan in My Career, Dude,
that'd be so cool, bro. That's a really good idea, man. That is... Have you ever brought that up when you went to community day?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Because it's basically 4 times the work for them to do it for all the eras.
It's a lot of work, man. Oof, man.
That's my GOAT, by the way. Kyrie, that's one of my favorite players.
Man, I can't wait for Kyrie to come back, bro. And dude, that's hometown hero for you right now, man. It's Dallas is going to be a problem, bro. Like this team, when all healthy, they're going to be a problem. And so obviously for 2K, like one thing I've always wanted. and obviously I know it's a rights thing, but being a my team guy, Reggie Miller, like people like that, people we've never really got to play with. I've always wanted to see them in the game, so hopefully we get
Oh
to
yeah.
kind of see something like that. But honestly, man, I had so much I wanted to talk about, and this is just so humbling, bro. I feel like I honestly got through like a lot of the things I want to talk about. As we conclude, bro, I want to ask like a personal question,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we kind of talked about it briefly, but I like, setting the frame here because I think this is just something that, experience is great, bro. And we can always go back and take from our experience and give lessons. So, it's actually perfect timing as we conclude. If you can give your younger self some advice, bro, what would that be?
Ooh, man.
Deep.
Uh, Younger self. I don't think I would tell. I would just tell him to keep just because I think younger self right now would be proud because he didn't give up. So I think that would be. I would tell him to just see it through. I would say.
See it through.
Yeah, because I wouldn't. I would just tell him to see it through. I think
love
it's
it.
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome, man. Well, I want to start doing this in every episode. So, and it's actually such perfect timing. The gameplay ended. I want to do just like 5-6 rapid fire round questions. Is that
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
with you?
Of course.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
very cool. And we can end with this, man. So, number one, favorite NBA player right now.
Right now, man, I really like Kyrie. I really like Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie.
And you just dominated with him too.
Yeah.
Number two, what's your dream collab with the creator?
Ooh. See, my content, I don't really ever collab with people, so I'm trying to think who would I. It would probably be something IRL related. Actually, no. It'd be a Chris move. It'd be a Chris move.
The GOAT,
Yeah.
the OG.
It'd be Chris move.
Love
Yeah,
it, love it. LeBron or Jordan?
yeah. On the court, basketball wise, LeBron.
Okay, cool.
But overall, everything considered, I think Jordan. But we just
On
keep
the
it
court,
strictly
yeah,
basketball on the court, LeBron. Yeah.
Cool. And then two more. So, a console or PC?
Oh, PC. I'm a
Wow.
big PC guy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And the last one I'm gonna end with is what's the best, like your favorite video you've ever made?
Ooh, man. Dang, I don't know if I have a favorite video, honestly, which is kind of sad. You think I'd have one by now, but I don't think I can remember one
Yeah, I
off the
put
top
you
of
on
my
the
head that
spot
sticks
there.
out.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard. Cool. No
Yeah.
worries at all. I wanted to give you the floor one last time, Dullah, bro. I'm so, just grateful that we're doing this, bro. I'm able to chat with someone like you, bro, who's blowing up, is on the come up, is impacting so many people. And don't think that you aren't inspiring a lot of other people, right? Like how you used to watch people like us back in the day, and now you're here. You're
Yeah.
inspiring so many people, man. And there's people saying, "Hey, I'm on the iPad watching Doula, doing
Yeah,
my
yeah.
career, doing that." So it's
Crazy.
just so humbling, bro. I wanted to give you the floor one last time, my man, if you wanted to share anything else to the audience.
Man, yeah. So one thing I said before we started is when you sent me a friend request to invite me to the game,
Yeah.
I remembered in 2K13, one time I think you responded to my message on Xbox Live as a kid,
Yeah.
and I went absolutely berserk, and I started spamming like party invites to you.
No
And
way.
then I look on your next video, you were in a super clutch moment, a very important moment in the game, like a second left, and I just see my gamer tag spamming party invites, and I was like, oh my god, dude, I probably was annoying him so much.
Nah,
But like, no, I would say, like the example you said, on YouTube, off YouTube, I don't know how much you talk about your personal life, but I've seen some of the things you do. Like I respect it a lot, and definitely you're someone that I want to be like in terms of just all around as an individual, with your faith, with your business ventures, all that. I respect a lot. So I want to also be able to set a good example for the people watching me, and I'm not doing any nonsense. I'm just focused on the work and chasing what I want to do, chasing my dreams, and yeah, I never listened to any negativity I didn't have too much negativity in my ear because I would just block it out. So you really got to focus in on what you want to do, and you got to be firm in what you want. It's just the last thing I would say.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, I appreciate it, bro. And it's so cool to see because that's literally the mindset that I had. Even now, whenever making content is you never know who's watching, and just kind of being that older bro for a lot of people, it goes a long way. And I think, and I'll end off with this too, like on my side of things, is I now have kids, bro. And like now they're starting to watch like my OG videos. And I'm like, yo, I got like my own little Team STG at home now. So it's kind of just a cool way to do content like this and just give back and also just, get inspired by people like you, man. Because, we're going to be watching Doula videos on the big screen too. So and then they'll get to see, daddy interviewing, Doula. So I appreciate you, man. And everybody watching the video, I wanted to thank all of you for tuning in. I'm going to, of course, have Doula's links and everything in between in the description. So make sure you go ahead and give him a follow and subscribe to his channel and just support him on doing the great work. Once again, my man, you gave me that big L. I'm going to get better, hopefully. But it was so nice.
We'll
run it back, bro. Maybe another episode, man. We'll get a rematch after I learn how to play this game. But, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, man.
And I appreciate it, my man.
Thank you, man. That means a lot. It's a full circle moment. Like, it means a lot, man. Really appreciate it.
Awesome, bro. Take care, my man.
See you, man.
If you made it this far, I just wanted to thank you so much for watching the first episode of 2K and Chill. It's something different, and I really hope it's something that resonates with you, with a lot of cool learning lessons as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and share this video so many other people can benefit. And let me know in the comments down below who I should interview next. If you have any feedback so I can improve as a host, let me know. I know I gotta get better at 2K, but anything else, let me know. But I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next time on 2K and Chill. Peace.